Hello, everyone. Welcome back to BurghTakes for our third episode. I am your host, Caleb Everline, joined by two of my co-hosts, Miles and
Amazing.
Logan. How are we doing, fellas?
Great.
All right, let's get it started with the Pirates. We ended off episode two with the Pirates going into the series with the Nationals. We went 2-2 with the Nationals. Very close games, by the way. First game, we loaded 16 runs on the board for a win. Pretty much everyone contributed. It was a pretty good series overall. Not sure what you guys think about it, boys, but it was close games. Yeah, we should have swept them, honestly. But it is what it is. We took two games. That's a win. Do you guys have any thoughts on the first series with the Nationals?
First losses were in extra innings. That's pretty much what it was. I mean, that's like Miles said it last episode. When we get to extra innings, it's just screw. We don't have a plan. We don't know what to do. So it shows that we lost every single game in his homestand. Not to get too ahead of myself through extra innings. So it's like that's a real problem right now. I mean, we should have won those games with the Nationals. I mean,
Mhm.
you load the bases in the bottom of the ninth. I mean, you do it both games. Like
Yeah,
you
and
gotta
ski, and then the one play where Brandon Lau ties up the game, and then they don't send Cruz home. That like
Yep.
Cruz wasn't even he was watching the ball. I don't know why, and they did send him home. By the way, if I don't
Yeah.
remember, the third base did send him home, and for some reason he just was not looking at him and just stayed at third base. That was rough from Cruz. But going off from the Nationals, we headed into a series with the Rays. The Rays, by the way, are pretty similar with us when it came into the records coming into this game. Bubba Chandler took game one with 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 run. Got an ERA at 1.50 now. Had a solid outing again from Bubba. Key hitters were O'Neill Cruz. He had 4 at-bats, 1 run, 1 hit, 2 RBIs, and a home run. Lau continues to smash the ball with 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and Marcell Ozuna, three
Sorry.
hits in game one with 1 run. Went 3 for 4. And then Horwitz also stepped up with 3 hits, 1 RBI, and three. He went 3 for 3. Any thoughts on the game one?
Want to take it away, Miles?
He's doing better than McCutcheon. Always interesting to see
Yeah.
that when people preseason were so upset on the signing that they made. It was only a matter of time. I think he'll go through his patches, but it's good to see him finally getting some power to his back because ultimately, when they have his power, they're a better team. They need somebody else with Lau that can actually hit the ball far. Horowitz really got a hold of one today. He hit a bomb.
Yeah, we'll get into that. That game one we did win. Bubba Chandler did get the win. Going to game two, Paul Skeens bobblehead night. I did attend the game. Skeens had a good outing before the rain delay. Had 4 innings pitched, 3 hits, and 5 Ks. His ERA is now at 3.27. Was that like a four, I think. Skeens he did load. They did load the bases in the second inning. He got them out with 0 outs. Bounced back with 2 Ks after that in the third inning. Then it went to a rain delay. Some key hitters in that game though. Ryan Ahern smashes the ball again with a home run, leaves the deck in 2 RBIs, and Marcell Ozuna gets a home run, 2 hits, 6 ABs, with two ribbies, and then Connor Griffin had a solid as well, 1 hit, 2 RBIs. That 1 hit came clutch with that 1 RBI. Coming off the rain delay, we send out Cam Sanders in the first inning of that. I think it was like the fifth or sixth inning.
Mhm.
Gives up 4 runs. We were up 4-0. Ties the game. 4 runs given up. Our bullpen continues to just not be able to keep leads for us. And by the way, Cam Sanders today, recording this on April 19th this morning, he did get sent down to AAA, and we did bring up that young kid. I don't know if you know his name, but I forget the
Dotel,
name.
Wilmer
Yeah,
Dotel.
yeah, we
Yeah.
brought him up. And then continuing into that game, Connor Griffin had a clutch hit, like I said. I forget what the inning, but it got us up to 8-7. Rays were still winning, and then end of the game, Bart had a chance to get Connor Griffin home, but he strikes out. And honestly, the Rays bullpen shined in extras. We had a chance to win the games, and we just couldn't get the second base extra inning guy that was on second base into home plate. So Paul Skeens did get the loss on bobblehead night. Went 13 innings, by the way. Rays pick up 8-7 win. Any thoughts on that game?
I want to say that that game was amazing. The atmosphere there was. I wasn't there, but watching through
Hmm.
TV, I could feel the
It
atmosphere. That
was.
stadium was rocking when they were smashing that ball, and you felt it whenever they came back from that rain delay. The crowd wasn't into it. I mean, it was obviously probably a third of the size that it was at the beginning of the game.
Hmm.
Obviously, for obvious reasons, it was like a 3 hour rain delay, and then you lose Skeens, and then I feel like the pitching just lost its steam, and then they saw us. I mean, Junior Cameron, I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. I'm sorry, but like he had a great series. No matter who was out there on the mound, he was fucking. He saw them. He probably went like he at least got a hit a game. So I mean, I feel like like you said, our relief pitching just is not performing. I mean, once we get to those deep innings, when we get to those extra innings, it's just like we said, like Miles said, we just look lost, and I don't know. That's all I pretty much have to say. Well, Miles, what do you got to say about this?
I want to follow up on that. That's a really good point that you bring in. The aspect about them not having the arms and the bullpen, I really agree with. Also, I think the bats necessarily haven't been there down the line in in extras. Get hot offensively early, but this isn't a team that I think we've seen. They go to the ninth, 10th, 11th, they're going to win a game. It's going to take them a few innings and deep in extra. And I don't know how much of that is Don Kelly's, management of situations. We saw his Lau for York substitution a
Oh, that was
few
terrible.
series ago.
Yeah, the Nats
Um,
game.
but it's really worrying. And when you have a bullpen, like you say, that doesn't have the arms, you have to be able to have the bats then that can make up for it and capitalize on the opportunities. We have the offense here, um, but they just haven't been able to have that clinical amount at the plate. I do think that'll come, obviously, but it's not a higher leverage situation like it would be in October. If
I,
you're
I
not getting the extra innings guys in now, what makes us think you're going to get it when it matters? That's all I think.
I agree with you what you said. Like down the stretch, we do not have the bats. In innings 1 through 4. I mean, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I can guarantee you, innings 1 through 4, we score way more runs than like 5 through 9. Like
Hmm.
That
when
is
when
true.
I mean, it might be like a clutch factor thing. I don't know. Like it's just I feel like once we get down the stretch, like you said, it's just we don't have those batters. Like I mentioned earlier, like when we load those bases, we don't do anything with it. Like I mean, for especially at the end of the game, we load the bases often with walks and singles and everything like that, and then we just don't do anything with it. We often do it with one out, no outs, and then we just three strikeouts.
Yeah,
It's
we
a
can't
little
bring them in.
frustrating to see.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah, we just can't bring in runs. I mean, like you said, you are correct. I don't know if what the stat is, but 1 through 4, we always take the lead in games, and we just find a way to just get a tie game or just not be able to get bats going at the end of the order when it gets to deep innings.
I think in like 17 out of however many games we've scored first, and that's probably been the factor of us winning a lot of those games. But like, and we win a lot, like, and we won the first 4 1 run games. We lost the last 4 1 run games. So it's like, I just think we're not really good in the clutch. That's probably our problem right
Hmm.
now, especially on
No.
offense. I mean, the pitching too, it just struggles whenever it gets into those close games and the relievers come out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Moving on, we did, like I said, we did lose the game two. We're 1-1 in the series today. Pirates played Rays again. Game three, Mitch Keller got the mound, went 7 innings,
It looked
five
good.
hits, 2 earned runs given, but five solo strikeouts. His ERA now is at 2.57. Some of the key hitters in this game was Brian Reynolds, 4 ABs, 2 hits, 3 RBIs. And then Nick York did step up a little bit, did get a home run, had a RBI, had a ribby, through 4 ABs. And then Horwitz also stepped up with a home run, RBI, and a hit as well. We did pick up the win in that game. I think it was 6-3, if I'm not mistaken. But solid game again. Mitch Keller, solid outing again from him. Any thoughts on game three or what today looked like? Same thoughts.
Well, I want to say all our starters look
Um,
good. Bubba Chamberlain looked good. Skeens looked good, and then Keller looked good. They all had solid. I mean, if Skeens was given the opportunity, I guarantee you he would have gone 6 or 7.
We would have won that game. He was a little. His pitch
He would have
counting
won
was
that
a little
game.
high.
Sorry for the
It,
reference.
it was a little high, but yeah, we would have won that. I think
Oh
he
yeah.
was in.
yeah.
He was a bit. Yeah, but it was solid. I mean,
Well,
I think we really should have swept that Nats series, but
oh,
the
for
Rays
sure, for
game.
sure.
The Rays game was just the rain delay, like you said, it just killed us.
I mean,
We
we
just
had
couldn't
all
get
the
anything going.
opportunities in the Nationals game. We just didn't take it. We just couldn't. We just could not drive those runs home. Like you said, it's just.
Can
What were you gonna say, Miles?
I was actually on that same note. I wanted to put to your guys' attention. Now it is early here. I have a few
Hmm.
stats.
Yeah.
Running runners left in scoring possession per game.
Oh yeah.
30 out of 30. Pittsburgh 4.41. That's 5 runs per
Wow.
game. grounded into double plays per game. Pittsburgh's dead last too. They've also grounded in the most double plays per game. I don't think it gets more clear cut than those two stats.
Well, I will say too, whenever you watch the Pirates and you look at like every time whenever it's like, oh yeah, mid inning or ended inning, and they show you those stats, I swear to God, every time you fucking look at that, we have at least 10 left on base. We leave so many men on base, and we just cannot capitalize when, like, like for example, today we started out with a Marcell Ozuna double, did nothing with it, three straight outs, nothing with it. It's just that's it's either we have a big inning and just the whole order gets through and we smash the ball, or it's just one guy gets a hit and then we go three down. It's just it feels like we're a very up and down offense where we have our good days, we have our bad days, and more importantly, we have our good innings and we have our bad innings. Like it's
Mm.
more down to an inning basis with this offense, in my opinion.
Yeah, the top three hitters last 7 games. This series, Horwitz leads it with a 300 average, had 2 home runs. Like I said, he should. Last episode, I did say he needs to step up. He did step up, getting himself on base. Marcell
Agreed.
Ozuna, like we said, we should apologize to him, but honestly, we shouldn't. We should keep talking shit on him. But he is averaging a 3.85 right now, had 2 home runs. He is heating up with 7 RBIs, and then Lau continues to come up clutch when needed, still batting over 300, 2 home runs in 9 games, in 7 games. Those are 3 top hitters right now in 7 games. Yes, there is more. Connor Griffin's also playing well, but those are the 3 top guys that I felt like are still continuing to be value in this lineup. Struggling hitters, though, Nick York continues to struggle. Yeah, I did say he did have a good game today, but he is averaging a .120 when it comes to average. And Nick Gonzalez also is doing all right, but I feel like he can do better. And then Henry Davis as well, just can't hit the ball. I mean, I know they're switching out with Joey Bart and Henry Davis. I don't know if that's why he's struggling. Can't really see much consistency with him at the plate, but he's batting a
Mhm.
.167. Um, Going into that, we are moving to the Rangers in next series. Do you guys have any thoughts on any hitters that are, shining, and anything you guys have to say about the 7 game homestands?
Well, what you said there about what was his name there? Sorry, completely just lost my
Henry
Gonzalez.
Davis?
No,
Gonzalez?
Gonzalez actually not even a single home run on the year. That's what worries me
Yeah,
too.
that's why I
Nothing
put
has
him in there. Yeah.
necessarily been there with the bat. Um, I
He's getting on
think
base. It's just he can't get in. He can't get on home plate and get a run in.
he
Like
can't.
that's
He can't. He's not been the same player. I don't know what it is. I think it's probably just we're seeing that pitchers have kind of figured him out. I do think it is getting to the point though where if I'm Don Kelly, when Jared Triolo comes back off that injured list, I'm considering putting Nicky G back on the bench just because I'd rather have a Gold Glover at third base rather than a Nick Gonzalez who's probably batting the exact same and isn't playing his standard position.
well, I think that's what's going
Um,
to happen, right? I mean, I think that's pretty obvious, right?
I don't know. I don't
You
think
don't
it
you
is.
don't think you don't think you don't think
I think if Gonzalez was batting 240, he would be the everyday third baseman.
yeah.
And I mean, Nikki G was a fucking top 10 pick. I mean, this guy, like, I mean, you forget it with his performances. I mean, honestly, it's just like the guy just. I want him to succeed, but it's just every single time he's out there, it seems like I mean, like even last year when you think about it, it's oh first home run, then you break your fucking ankle. It's like this. It just feels like this guy has some bad luck to him, or it's just like it just to me, it's just I don't really see him succeeding. So I mean, I agree with Miles. I mean, but like Jared Triolo to me is just it's just he's just a very boring player. Like there's nothing really like that just stands out about him. I mean, he is consistent, but he's just consistently like mid to me. So it's just I I want Nicky G to be better is the bottom line of what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say.
I'm
I don't think he's the worst. Like he's not a worst. Like we're not saying like people listening. We're not saying he's our worst player, but he's a guy that needs
Mm-hmm.
to step up. Especially like he's a
Oh,
top 10
100%.
pick. Like he has 11 RBIs. Like he's not worse. Like he has 17 hits. He's not like terrible. It's just we expect more from him. I
And
think
I
we
mean,
all
he's
can
been a
agree there.
starter for what, like 3 years now.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, I mean, your time for growth is kind of like or your time for like excuse of being like, oh, he's still new is kind of like running to its end. Like, it's like it's kind of time
Mhm.
to step up and put your big boy pants on and fucking hit the ball. You know what I mean?
Yep. Um, we are going into another tough matchup. I mean, the Rangers. We're playing the Rangers. They're 11-11 right now. think that's a 3 game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 3 game stance with them. We're going away pretty much, I think, for 6 games, and then we hit the Brewers next. Do we expect how many games you guys think we could win against the Rangers, or what do you guys think? The Rangers, by the way, Corey Seager is playing better. Brandon Nimmo, by the way, is absolutely crushing the ball. I know that.
Hmm.
They're
I'm
playing
looking at
pretty
the
well. It's
pitching.
just, yeah, yep, exactly.
I think it's lucky that the Rangers do. I think it's lucky for the Pirates that they don't have to face Mackenzie Gore.
Yep.
Because a lefty would, I just think they would suffer against that. But I am very interested to see Carmen Mlodzinski versus Kumar Rocker. That's going to be an interesting pitcher's duel. Um,
He's a second year, right?
So long.
Wait,
I believe he
is he
is.
new? Like
He
he's a
is.
second year, right?
Yeah, it took him a while to get up through the system, but it is his second season, no, third season, second
First
full.
season.
But and then you
Oh, what's
also
his
have
name? Yeah.
DeGrom. You're going to see DeGrom versus Bubba Chandler. Now that's going to be an interesting matchup too.
I'm
Could
excited
be a
for that
pitching
one. That
duel.
sounds like a good matchup. I mean, like the young guy versus the old guy. That's the
Yeah,
tale as old as time, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
and
keep
now
winning though,
just
because like, no, you can go. You keep saying sorry. I don't mean to
but
interrupt.
looking ahead to that Brewers series, and while I'm
Hmm.
staying on the pitcher, this is a little bit disappointing. We don't get to see. We will see a Skeens Day, and it's going to be against their ace Woodruff, but we're not going to see him against LSU. Well, would have been LSU, along he didn't go there, but Mizyorski or
Hmm.
The Miz, whatever, however you
Yeah, the
want to
Miz.
pronounce it.
Yeah.
That would have been an electric pitcher's duel, and I think that we'll see that one down the line. But that's one that we have to watch for for the next decade to come. I think that's going to be a good duel.
I'm excited to see us play the Brewers too, because I feel like that could be. I mean, Miles said it in the second episode. I mean, we were talking about racing for second in the division, me and Caleb, but we might have a shot at first. I mean, this division is fucking close. I mean, we're
Yeah.
the entire division separated by like a game and a half. I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
but like,
Reds are
um,
14-8. Cardinals are 13-8. We're
yeah,
13-9. Cubs are 12-9 and 12-9 as well as the
it,
Brewers.
and like I think this series to me, it's like if we can fucking win this series, and that shows to me we can probably if we can keep and obviously it's still early in the season. As Pirate fans, we have to wait till All Star break to see where everything pans out because that's usually where we fall apart. So we have to wait until then. But I think right now, I mean, if we beat the Brewers, we're looking good. We're looking good
I
to stay in the chase for this
This
number 1
winning
spot.
series, just that's
Yeah,
like trying
exactly.
to win 2 out of 1 of the series. That's just
Exactly.
what
That's
like
all you
not
need is
trying to go
two.
down.
That's all you
I
need
don't
is two.
even think
I don't think we're
it's.
going to sweep them at all, but I just want two.
Yeah.
I think Logan's completely right. It is all on the Brewers. If you look at this schedule coming up, you have the Rangers, then you have that Brewer series, like you said. Then you have St. Louis, Cincinnati, Arizona, the Giants, Colorado, until you play a good, formidable team in Philadelphia mid-May. That's a good stretch where you can get a formidable like gap
Hmm.
on the NL Central. I think this is really their chance, and it all starts with that Brewer series.
Yeah, for
This
sure.
Ranger series, I think, yeah, there's some people like Seager, like Langford, like Jake Berger, like Nemo, but
But they
I
haven't been
don't think
playing too
this is
well.
going to be yeah, they haven't
Langford
been
hasn't
playing
been playing
well, and
too well.
I don't think the Pirates necessarily, not that they should overlook the Rangers per se, but I think that Brewer series is really going to be very telling what these next few weeks of the Bucko baseball is going to look like.
Yeah, for
Yeah, I
sure.
think that's just a rivalry that's been around. I mean, it's kind of died down in the past couple years because obviously we've sucked, but like seeing that reignited would be cool because it's just whenever we play them, it's always a fun game. It's always a fun game. So I'm excited for that series. I mean, I don't want to overlook the Rangers like you said, but like I feel like I don't know enough about them. But I mean, like I said in the last episode, I feel like we can compete with any team. So to be honest with you, I'm not really worried about that. I mean, we got Jacob DeGrom, like you said. Kumar, who else do we have? Kumar Rocker, we're gonna go against.
And
Hmm.
Leadler,
I,
Jack Leader.
and yeah, yeah, and it's. I think we can. Our offense is good enough. I feel like our offense is good enough, and our pitching is good enough. So I mean, we'll see how it goes, but we can compete with any team right now,
Yeah, it's
in my
just
opinion.
we just got to focus on when we get um batters on bases, you have to bring them in. Like we can't just keep leaving two guys on base and just not getting them in. I think that's the biggest thing we need to focus on, especially with all hitters.
And our guys
Um,
got to grow some balls, to be honest. In those later innings, you got to hit. You can't just look
Yeah.
at those. You can't just look at those balls down the middle. You can't just go down. You can't just go down looking. You got to fucking swing. You got to try. We gotta lock in these
Advanced
later
range.
innings.
There's just simply not enough small ball.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, you don't have to. I feel like our team, like, we're kind of trying to rely on the home run, but like a lot of our success has come from the small ball and doubles and triples and stuff, and not triples, but like
Absolutely.
doubles and singles and stuff like that. And I feel like we should lean more on that. We should have the philosophy like the Blue Jays had last year, where it's just balls in play are always good. Put the pressure on the defense, make them make mistakes, and you've seen that in this first month of baseball that we played, where when we put those
Hmm.
balls in play, teams have made mistakes. And I feel like we should just adopt that philosophy of any ball in play is good. And I feel like we should just be aggressive at the plate because I just don't see enough aggression. I see us looking at balls down the middle. And I mean, you don't have to attack on the first pitch every time, but sometimes you know that ball is just coming right in the slot. So might as well take a hack at it if you're going to take it anyways. So
Yeah.
I just want to see
Yeah.
him swing more.
I mean, if Ozuna keeps getting hits, hey, he's
The
middle of our
bear.
order. That's awesome. But overall, we're definitely playing better than what we have last year for sure. And by
Exactly.
the way, Tommy Pham's dog shit. I sent you guys a clip.
Oh,
Or Tommy Pham,
terrible.
he messed up a.
Shout out Tommy Pham.
He pretty much screwed the game for the Mets today. If you watch, ball was hit in right field and he misplayed it, and the guy got the third and then whatnot, and they won. But the Mets are terrible. But I just wanted to add
7-15.
yeah,
They're the
he's
worst
pretty
team in the
bad.
league.
Yeah, but moving away from the Pirates, not much to say about the Steelers, but we are 1 week away from the draft. The city is getting ready. We see it. Me and Logan, we go to Point Park University, so we've been seeing all the construction and all that. Logan, what you got to say?
I, I like you said, we go down to Point Park. When I have a chance between classes, I go down to the point and I look around and like this past week they had it shut down. I mean, you could still walk around through it, but like you could just see all the stuff being built and all the sections. And I saw like an autograph tent and like stuff like that. And it looks like it's going to be like a watch party area. And I think it's cool, and it's just cool to see it be built. To be honest with you, it's like I hear a lot of people complaining about they're shutting this down, they're shutting this down, and it's just like Caleb said, don't be a negative Nancy about this. It's like we all knew this was coming, and it's like it's we all knew this was kind of gonna be a hell. But that's the fun part about it. It's
Saying
like
it's the
it's only
price
gonna
to
be.
pay.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna bring business here. It's like we're gonna make so much money off this shit. So don't like why like and I hear people saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna watch it. Oh, I'm not gonna go. Oh, I'm not." Then
Yeah,
shut
right.
up. Like it's just like like when's the last time you heard Pittsburgh being talked about like this? The fucking like before we were born. Like it's like it's just nice to see our city be put on the map for a little bit.
Batman.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're all right, Batman. I forgot
Movie.
about Batman.
Batman.
And Jack Reacher. That's a good movie. Shout out.
No, but it's gonna be lit. Are you guys all going to the draft?
Um,
Oh
Like
yeah, I'm going
actually?
first
I'm
day
gonna,
for
Or
sure.
Miles,
I'm
you
gonna
even
attempt
like
to.
because you're still in school, right?
Miles, you
Yeah, I'm
gotta
gonna
go to
attempt
first
to, but I
day.
don't have anything concrete. I'm gonna try to pull some strings.
Miles, you gotta come down for first day, and we're gonna jork it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, chill.
Um, but what do you guys? There was some massive draft news with the top 10 pick going from the Bengals AFC North to the Giants with the
Dexy
Dexter
Dexy.
Lawrence package.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people think it was an overpay. Nose tackle for a top 10 pick is definitely interesting.
It just doesn't make sense. I mean, it bro, Dexter
They need
Lawrence, sexy
defense.
Dexter, like
They
he's
need
he's a-
defense.
yeah, but like you go from Trey Henderson to Dexter Lawrence for a pay cut, like their defense is still going to struggle. You just gave up your top 10 pick that could have been you could have traded up and could have got like Caleb Downs or something. Like you could have got someone that's really good other than
Well,
sexy Dexy.
So
But
Like
let
come
me
on.
ask you this. Would you rather have sexy Dexy or wow, how it's looking, would you take Ruben Bain at 10?
Younger guy. I mean, he's what? How old is Dexter Lawrence?
30, I believe, 31.
Oh, he's 30? Oh, I thought he was like older. I thought he was like
Yeah,
35, like getting up there. But like, I don't know. It's
28, 28.
uh,
oh,
to me,
but
to
like,
me, I love this move for the Giants. They like to me like
yeah.
I don't think it's a good move for the Bengals at all. Like the Giants, they move right in where they can select a defensive player on that 5 pick, and then
Mhm.
number 10 they want that guy. I'm forgetting the name off the top of my head, but he's slotted right at the 10 pick. That receiver from Arizona State, and that's the
Tyson.
guy. Exactly,
Hmm.
and that's a guy you can build your offense around with Jackson Dart, and you can finally have that other receiver. When Neighbors comes back, if he goes down again, you have that other guy, and you can build this offense. I feel this is a fucking great move for the Giants, and I feel like they're pulling something like the. Obviously, they don't have the first pick like the Bears did, but it's something like the Bears whenever they picked Caleb Williams and Roma Dunze in the first round. I was there to see that. That's basically what changed their fucking franchise around. I mean, I think that they're basically lined up to do something like that, and I'm excited to see what they do.
I
Yeah,
agree.
it's good. It's good. It's the awesome move by the Giants. I just don't get
Oh
why the
yes,
Bengals wanted to
Well,
get
they
sexy
have
that's
Dexy
why I
now.
like it because it screws the Bengals.
Yeah,
they
I
have
think they're
5 and
stupid for
10
that.
now. I do agree with you. I think the Giants need to go build up that offense. But with I think almost we forget they paid Isaiah Likely. I think they're gonna go. You're gonna see maybe take someone like Vega, or you'll see him take maybe I don't know. I could see maybe a Caleb Downs. Definitely offensive line. Evan Neal's a dead man walking, so they need to protect
Well, I didn't
Jackson Dart.
even I didn't even know Caleb Downs got moved. Well, it's just CBS mock draft. I'm just looking at it. He got moved down. Like, so they're saying he might be out of the top 10.
If you want the best to use, go to jefosterdraft.com.
Okay.
It's very good. It has pro comps and uh, comparisons to everyone. It has Sonny Styles as the number one player in the draft, just slightly ahead of Mendoza. I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. Mendoza's, I mean, I'm not saying he's bad. It's just, it's going to take him a minute to develop with the Raiders, just like how with the Jets and how cursed they are with quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, the trades, it is, I mean, I'm not scared. Like being a Steelers fan and all of us being a Steelers fan, I'm not like scared about it. I mean, it's awesome. Cool. You got sexy Dexy. It is what it is. I'm not saying Dexter Lawrence is bad. Like he's good, but you just gave up a top 10 pick. That's awesome. Like I don't see
Yeah.
much there with it.
It's almost like a team like you're the Bengals. Like you have Joe Burrow, you have Jamar locked into these long-term deals. You picking top 10 is a rarity. It's not, you're not going to be getting that high of a pick often, and then you get it and you immediately burn it down. You could have drafted a generational guy with that pick, and I know it's not guaranteed while Dexter Lawrence is a guarantee. But I agree with you. I think if you're picking from a situation you don't normally pick from, maybe you should do your due diligence and actually use the pick. It doesn't feel like they did.
No, yeah. I mean, bro, half of their money for the Bengals are going to T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, and Jamar Chase. They got no money. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
That's
You're not
all their
wrong.
money is just going to those three guys. So, I mean, I think their defense is still going to struggle. You
Which
never
is
know.
why it makes little sense to trade
Yeah.
someone who could have been on a rookie contract, a top 10 pick on a rookie contract, for someone you're paying to blow up your
Hmm.
cap. Like it makes no
Hmm.
sense.
Yeah. Um, but I mean, I don't really know who the Steelers are still going to pick. But
It's
um,
a lot of QB, lot of
yeah.
QB pre-draft visits, a lot of stuff here in Carson Beck interest in a
Yep, I saw
late
that.
late to middle. Drew Aller did take a local visit. I saw they were visiting, I don't remember who it was, but I think it was a lineman or something. I could see that. I also saw some stuff that Alex Highsmith might be available for trade, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see them scoop a linebacker in day 2 or 3.
Yeah, a couple guys on CBS. One thinks we're picking Ty Simpson. Don't ever do a mock draft again. Other guy thinks Jordan Tyson, solid. But I mean, I don't really know. I'm gonna be there. It's gonna be fun. Logan's gonna be in the middle. He might jump in the river, so he might get arrested and be on KDK
Catch me
TV
down
news.
there. I'll be down there fucking shit
Dude,
up.
there's gonna be a lot of security. I think if you jump in the river, it's completely like illegal, so you'll just get arrested.
Oh
Like
yeah,
you're
I
not
mean,
like yeah. So
oh yeah.
it's gonna be lit. But
I'm
there already is
excited.
some traffic coming into Pittsburgh already. When we were going through the
Oh dude,
tunnel,
I
it took
mean,
us a minute to get through.
I was down there on fucking Thursday, and like, dude, it felt like I've never seen that many people in the city like on a regular ass Thursday. I mean, like, it just feels like there was so many more people. It's just the traffic, the foot traffic at least is just crazy already. It's just I'm excited, but I'm a little nervous to see how many people are gonna be there at the same
Bro,
time.
it's gonna be
It's
fun.
just
Bro, it's gonna be
you
fun.
don't know.
It's gonna be lit. But
Yeah.
moving away from the Steelers draft, going into the Penguins, like we talked about last episode, They were going to make the playoffs. They were locked in. This is their first playoff since 2022, and we did say they had a chance. But it was going to be the Flyers, Blue Jackets, and then I forget who else. I think it was the Capitals. They did
Yeah,
lock in the Flyers versus the Penguins game one. Flyers did make it. They're one of the hottest teams going in. They were like, I think, a 2% chance to make the playoffs. They made the playoffs. And game one, before we even dropped the puck in Pittsburgh, there was two fights in the crowd, five fan ejections before 20 minutes before puck drop. That's from Pony. Not sure if that's true or
sources
not. Coming from him.
asterisk
Yeah,
next to that.
yeah, we don't know if that's true, but if it was, yeah, I'm not surprised. But going into that game, my star of the game before we even talk about the game was Skinner. I think our goalie was Stuart Skinner was awesome. I think 17 saves. He did give up 3 goals. We did lose, by the way, 3-2. But he had big saves and big moments, tons of breakaway saves, and just going into the game, Flyers just looked completely quicker in the first and second period. We just looked slow. We looked sloppy. I think we just lost Logan right there, but he's back. But yeah, Flyers looked way quicker, and Flyers are just more of a physical team in the first and second period with hits. We did win the hit department, 41 hits to 40. James Drysdale scores the first goal for Philly in the second period, and then June scored the second goal to tie it up. And then Flyers just go on a rampage. Travis Semahan, he got a goal 2-1. And then Porter Matone, Miles, you were talking about him being a big
I
matchup.
told you he
He
would be a
scored a
big
goal.
matchup.
His wrist shot was nasty. That was a snipe of a wrist shot. Made the Flyers 3-1. He has 10 points in his last 9 games for the Flyers. 19 years of age, by the way. And then Brian Russ, late goal, 3-2, and then ultimately, like I said, Pens did lose 3-2. Pens just looked completely sloppy. I mean, Crosby looked sloppy. I think watching the game, he had like 3 passes were just completely just to nobody. We just looked super rusty. I mean, we rested majority of our players in the last 3 games because we were already qualified.
Yeah.
So we just looked completely slow, slump, and just not even ready. Looked kind of scared to us when we went into the game. Any thoughts, Logan?
Well, I mean, Gavin Matrone's the reason that they made the playoffs. I feel like he was their kind of spark that they needed, and like he's point per game. Like he's had a point per game almost since he's came in, and it's kind of showed they kind of changed. The Penguins to me just they look sad out there. It was just we didn't do shit. You know, every time we got in the neutral zone, we looked like we didn't know what the fuck to do. We looked like we never ran an offense in our entire life. On that
Mm-hmm.
second power play, we didn't get a single fucking shot off. Yeah, that's just horrible. We didn't change up the strategy one time. We went off sides 3 fucking times. That should never fucking be happening for a 2 seed in the goddamn NHL playoffs. Like, what are we doing? I don't understand what the Flyers were doing to us to fuck us up that badly, and why we weren't changing up our strategy. It just fucking annoys me to watch Stuart Skinner play his fucking tail off and save almost all the shots that were on him, and just he had at least fucking 4 breakaways on him.
Mm-hmm.
It's just insane for me to watch that game after all the confidence I had, all after I talked up this team, and I still think we're gonna win this series. But just coming out and losing home ice advantage like that is just so fucking irritating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, two of
Yeah.
their goals came, like I said, came from the blue line for Philly. And by the way, Philly's blue line has been terrible. Sanheim and Drysdale, like I said, they did get the goal, and they've been awful. So just them getting 2 goals was just completely awful for
Mm-hmm.
us. But some of the key takeaways that I have for the game, I think it was great to have Blake Lizotte back. He was awesome this game. Just quick to the puck, just the only guy that kind of wanted to score the goal and just have he was very confident with the puck on his stick. And then Soderblom, he did get the nod in the game. Justin Brazeau wasn't in the game, as you guys saw. I think it was a correct move, but I also think both of those guys could be in the lineup. And then the Penguins power play was just terrible. I mean, we're 7th ranked in the NHL, and we couldn't even get a goal, and we had no shots on the second attempt. Like that is just, I mean, we were just awful. Like we were just scared to shoot the puck.
It's
Um,
egregious.
we just looked rusty. I mean, from all the rest, and just next game we just need clean hockey. Just shoot the puck and puck. I mean, we had 17 shots on that. Flyers had 20. I don't care
Yeah.
if there's 40 hits. There's no way you can not have more than 20 shots on that.
There
Like
was at
that.
least like there was at least like 5 times where I like literally told myself I was like, okay, they got too cute right there, and they fucking tried to pass too many times or held the puck way too long and just didn't get a shot off. Like, to me, that's 5 shots right there that could, like, you never know with hockey. It's like it's a game of bounces, so it's like those could have went in, and so like Caleb said, just shoot the fucking puck when you have that open space and you're close to the net. Just shoot it. Don't fucking try and get too cute with this shit.
Exactly. We're so cute. Like it's no matter who's on our
We're
team,
so
no matter
cute.
how many times our teams like switch our lineup, like we're always just we're too cute with it, bro.
I
Like we
agree.
could be wide open. It could be a 2-on-0, two no defenseman,
We
two
had
on
like a
O,
4-on-2, and we
and
still
we just
passed the
keep
fucking puck too
passing.
many times.
Just keep
It
passing the
goes down to
puck.
coaching for sure. Because I want to sit here and be like, well, the
Yeah.
players, they're inexperienced, it's a young team. But I'm not, I can't say that without, immediately being hypocritical because the Flyers are a completely young team. It just feels like
Yep.
what you guys are saying. And from what I've seen, it just looks like the coaching completely has them scared for the occasion and just overthinking it.
Also, it just looked like the Flyers wanted it more. When they were out there, they had energy from the fucking get-go. We didn't have energy until Malkin scored that goal, and then the energy went right away as soon as the second goal went down for the Flyers. It's we just did not. We came out flat-footed. It felt like we came out with no energy. And the Flyers just looked like they wanted it more. They were skating harder. They had more time of possession. They dominated us, and
And
it
the
just
fans showed up.
pisses me off. Yeah,
The
and
fans
that's the
showed up
thing
and everyone.
for it to be such a big thing for us to have this home game and be the 2 seed and all this shit after all and we have to flip the script shit. Well, we're not flipping the fucking script when we lose 3-2 to these bitches. Like, you know what I mean? It's like we're not flipping
Yeah.
shit.
It
It's
was
just
just a soft game. I mean, I think we'll
yeah,
bounce
it's
back
just
for sure.
we didn't look like our team.
Yeah.
Like no even like you said Crosby with the sloppy passes. Crosby even out there didn't look like he was doing shit. I mean, he pulled
Absolutely.
off the one guy's fucking helmet and he went and scored a fucking goal. Guess who didn't score a goal? Sidney Crosby. Step your shit up, Crosby. Come on. You got
Yeah.
no fucking points that game. Point per game player. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah. What I do think though for next line, but I don't know if we will do it, but I think first line should be the same: Crosby, Chinikov, and Russ. I think that's just
Agree.
that's how it is. Chinikov deserves to still be
Yeah.
on the first line, but I
He
think we
needs to
should
pick the
bring
fucking
Brazo
puck.
back in the lineup. I think it should be the original lineup in mid-season form. We had Malcolm, Mantha, and Brazo. I think those two just need to get paired back up again. Not that the second line was just terrible. I think just having those. I think they're all 6'7". Um, I think you're all 6'7". So I mean, just the size there would be awesome. And then I think you bump down Raquel. I know Raquel's been playing really well for us, but I think Raquel being with Kindle and Novak would be also good as well. Raquel being the center position on the third line, and then I think Dewar, Lazat, and Soderblom. Keep him in the line. Keep Blom on the lineup. Just put him down to the fourth line. He's too massive of a guy to like not put in the lineup. Same D pair. Skinner should still start. I think we'll be better. We'll be back on our toes next game. If we're not, then dude, we're going to Philly looking like that, same way. Then
Series is over.
wrap
If
up the series.
Yeah, series is
if
over.
we yeah, if we don't win the second game, I mean, like if you've watched any game, like the announcers were talking about, it, if you've watched any game in where we're playing in Philly and Sidney Crosby touches the ice, it's a different atmosphere in Philly. They're so like they're. I hate the Flyers so much, but their fans show up and they're so loud and they're so
Yeah.
annoying and they
We were
let you
loud
hear
too.
it. And
It's just
we are
we were
loud, but
It
they
was.
disappointed.
like they are a fucking fat. And I think Crosby is a player that sometimes lets the crowd noise get to his head, and you can see it. And whenever he lets his emotions get the best of him, he you've seen it time and time again. I mean, he gets emotional when he plays the Flyers. He said he fucking hates them. It's
Mhm.
but I hope he can shut them up. I hope he can shut them.
Yeah, I think I hope we do. I mean, I don't think we'll do the lineup. I think we probably keep the same lineup. But if I'm Dan Muse, I think change it up a bit, bring Brazo back in. And I think I mentioned on the first episode, Brazo's actually he had a good season with us. So I think not starting him in the lineup would be bad. Give him a shot. Put him back where his original lineup was with Malcolm and Mantha. Um, and just hopefully just shoot the puck. Like just get back to clean hockey. And get rid of the fucking turnovers. 15 turnovers in the neutral zone. Just play simple hockey. Put it deep and just forecheck. I mean, and please just be more physical. we were out. I mean, I know we won the hit department, like I said before, but you got to be more physical. The first and second period, we just looked completely flat and just completely just we just looked small.
And
Like it,
also,
like
a lot of those hits didn't feel like big hits. Like I would
no,
say
yeah.
probably 10 of those hits were big hits. That's it. And 17 shots in 60 minutes. Are you fucking kidding me? Like we didn't even hit 20? Like what are we fucking doing?
And we
Shoot the fuck.
average around 30. Like when it's a good game, we can get
Yeah,
up in the
exactly.
40s.
Like how the fuck and watching a couple of these other games, a lot of them have been like a lot of defensive games, like low shots.
But it's
But
the playoffs. It's going to
that's what I
be.
mean. It's like
Yeah,
it's it's just to me, it's just we've had less opportunities than
They're
these other
too
teams
passive.
because
They're
we're
too
not shooting.
reactionary and not proactive of actually trying to dictate the pace in the game, and we're letting
Exactly.
it come at them. You're a team with Crosby, Malkin. You have the playmakers. They have Zegras. You
I
shouldn't be
agree.
sitting. You should take the driver's seat.
I agree.
yeah, for sure. So Flyers are up 1-0 in that series. We play tomorrow, Monday, 8 o'clock in PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh.
We get a
Going
score
away
prediction.
from, what'd you say
We get a score prediction. We get a score prediction.
for next game?
Yeah, let's do score prediction
Uh,
because
I
it'll come
think
out by the time the game is.
yeah, because we'll do the pod. And, yeah, it'll come out next Monday. I think Logan, you can go. You go.
I was gonna say, so wait, do we protect like? I mean, the series could be over by the time we
The
film the
series
next
could be
podcast.
over
So
Yeah, it
do we
by
probably will.
this
It
predict?
will
Do
time.
we
be over.
predict the rest of the series, or like should we
I'm
like?
gonna,
I mean,
Sure.
I'll
You know
go for
what?
it. I
Let's do
think
that.
I think I'm just sorry. I just think the Flyers are just younger. Like Martin is just he's a dog.
He
Like
is
they just
good.
have way younger guys and that are more hungrier. Um, I don't want to say it, but I want to be wrong. So I'm gonna say the Flyers win the series in 6 games.
um, I want to piggyback off that. I think they look good. In the beginning, I was thinking that we were gonna sweep them, or at least in 5 games. Don't think that anymore. I don't think I still don't think the Flyers will win. I think they're gonna give us a run for our money, but 7 games will win it.
5 games.
5 games
I
will win
think
it.
they win it.
They win it.
Yeah, I think the Penguins steal one here tomorrow, and then we'll see him go to Philadelphia, own the momentum, and I guess that would mean they get eliminated at home on Monday the 27th.
I
So maybe next Sunday that we'll be
can't
talking
expect
about a
that.
potential elimination game.
I don't
But
want.
if we do win, I think the Canes are probably gonna their Canes are gonna beat Ottawa. So I think either way, I think unless we're just completely different, unless we just actually get back to Penguins hockey and we're completely different. Sure, it is what it is. But I just think
Yeah.
going against if we look forward and look into the future, going against the Carolina Hurricanes. Yes, the regular season's been awesome with the games. Like seriously, the games have been super close, but um, I still think like piggybacking episode 2, I still think we lose in the second round.
Yeah, and not that that's a constellation, but it would be a little bit different if I mean, I guess it wouldn't be that much different if it was the Flyer, or I mean, the Capitals t kicking, the Pens out right now. But it's the Flyers. You can't get humiliated like this in the first round of the Flyers. The bar has to be a second round exit, and I know that's not much, but can't lose the in-state rivalry.
That's
And
also
if we do lose, I don't know what's gonna happen, but a lot of shit's gonna happen because I don't think we signed Malcolm yet. Um,
Hmm.
I don't really know what's gonna happen. I don't think we let go of Dan Muse. Like I think it's been a great season, but
No, there's no
it's a
chance.
lot of like where do we point the fingers and just was it just the players and we weren't ready? But we'll see what happens next episode in episode 4. Moving away from Pittsburgh sports, like always, we do a little bit of bonus content here on BurghTakes. Logan, you wanted to talk about WWE. WWE this weekend just ended today on April 19th. They had their WrestleMania Day 1, Day 2, one of the biggest events in live entertainment history. WrestleMania was this weekend. You have any thoughts, Logan? I personally think for wrestling fans, before you go, wrestling fans that if they do watch this, I wasn't too happy with WrestleMania this year. I thought it was pretty. I mean, I don't watch Raw. I don't watch SmackDown as much as I did when I was little and like a kid. I don't really know much of like the promos and how all the fights got built up. So I don't know. So maybe I'm completely wrong, and that's kind of what I have to do to like be hyped for these matches to watch all those Raws and SmackDowns. But I just thought some of the matches weren't good. I think today night two was definitely much better. I think the loudest pop was Ripley winning, and
Absolutely.
her winning the championship again for I think the fourth or fifth time or whatnot. But and then Roman obviously beat CM Punk tonight. And Logan, I know you want to talk about Roman, so I'll kick it to you.
Well, I mean, like you said, I'm another guy who hasn't watched Raw and hasn't watched SmackDown a lot, and it's been since they moved from Netflix to or since they moved from Peacock to ESPN.
Terrible
So
move, by the way.
terrible
But
move because
great money for them, but just
oh,
awful for fans.
great money for them, but it stunts their growth because it was so easy to get into it with Peacock. I mean,
Yeah.
that subscription's like $2 a month almost, and it's like you get every pay per view, yes, but now
Yeah.
it's like 20 or like yeah. So I'm not doing that shit. But I didn't really watch WrestleMania this year. I'm sad to say. I mean, I didn't really have the time. I really wasn't that interested in a lot of the matches, to be honest. I
It was
watched
a
the
lot of quick
last.
matches.
There
I
was a
think
lot of
I,
quick
I
matches.
think the last match. Miles might disagree with me, but I think the last match was pretty good from what I saw. I mean, it's good to see Roman win again. I mean, Roman winning is good for business to me. I'm a Roman fan, and just see him win again, it just makes me feel good. And also, the CCM Punk in a real main event was also great because
That was
he finally got his dream.
I agree with that, and it was a very nice touch for CM Punk. I do disagree that the fight maybe wasn't the best. I think there wasn't necessarily the dramatics or the theatrics to it. Not really. I know not every fight needs a guest to, Undertaker music, Stone Cold something,
Yeah.
but it worked in the Ray Ripley Jade fight, and it worked well. Um, I don't know. If you're doing the whole stick is honoring the past, I just don't understand why you wouldn't take a free ticket to bring in a past legend or I don't know. Just maybe honor your past a little bit more. I know I can maybe sound like an unk, just maybe living in the past there, but it just felt kind of rather boring. There was not anything out of the ordinary. It just felt like a normal title fight that could have been on Raw.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, I want to say something about that. Like you said, with the guest appearances, I like this is Roman's first like main event since the Cody Rhodes saga, and
Yes.
we saw the end of that. And like you said, with with the guest appearances, there was like what 5 of them in that match, and
Yeah.
like for Cody Rhodes to win. So I feel like I sort of disagree with what you're saying in that I feel like having no guests was good because it kind of establishes Roman as not having to need anybody and Roman just because Roman's still coming back a little bit. It's kind of like he needs to establish and if he's gonna win the title, you gotta have him win it clean. You know,
You
if he's
do.
gonna be this tough guy or if he's gonna earn the respect of the people or and everything back, he's gotta
I
win it
agree.
clean. You can't have anybody else interfere in that.
He's the greatest WWE wrestler.
I agree.
It's like for us, like when we watched
Our
LeBron, because
generation.
we couldn't really watch my screen just for it. Okay,
No,
we're
you're good.
back. Yeah, but it's like us like watching LeBron, and we couldn't really watch Michael Jordan. We're always like, oh, I mean, I don't know you, but I think LeBron's the goat. I think we
Did
all
you
can agree that.
hear
But like,
them on the broadcast? They actually made that comparison between
Did they
CM
really?
Punk. They
they did.
said they said you could do LeBron and MJ in the video game. CM Punk and Roman Reigns is like doing it in real life.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
I
it's
guess.
not.
No, not
It's
really.
not.
Yeah, not
It would
really.
be like
No.
Hulk
But
Hogan or John Cena against
yeah,
Reigns. It wouldn't be
yeah.
CM Punk.
But Roman,
I do think Roman is probably the goat of like the 2020 era. Like he's been the wrestling business. I mean, from the fucking reign that he had he had the title for like what 3 years.
Yeah.
He had that
mhm.
story with Cody that basically brought in like 50% of the audience that watches now.
Yeah, it basically brought it what it is now,
Like
which is
that like, Roman has built what the WWE is now. I mean, like they went on like a little bit of a downturn until he came back and he started making wrestling cool again, in my opinion.
No, he's the greatest of all time. I think.
I agree
I
with
think
you.
you can go.
Oh, it almost feels like they've kind of boxed themselves in a corner now where the only thing to do is Rhodes and Reigns again.
Yep.
Like, who is there that can really challenge either of them?
No, there's a lot of guys. I think
To be
there's a lot of
fair,
guys I could bring up. It's just Like it's just guys that just need to get
I
built
don't think
up. I
anybody has
think
the marketability. I think
Seth
those are the only
Rollins.
guys.
Rollins. I
Hey,
mean, he's injured, but like, there's a lot of guys that can. Like, if Roman, well, if CM Punk or like whatnot, because Brock Lesnar, by the way, he did retire. People watching, he did. I think that is official that he did retire. So it's not like we lost Cena, we lost Brock. Oh, what are we gonna do? We still have a lot. There's a lot of young talent
It's
that's in
and
NXT that we
honestly,
wait,
have.
can
he's
I
gonna
ask a
come back
question?
for like a guest or something. He's not gonna
Probably.
retire for good.
Who
Wait,
Lesnar?
Yeah.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
he'll.
Wait,
Yeah,
who
he's
won
still
the
in shape.
Cody Randy match?
Cody
Cody.
retained.
Okay, so Cody has a belt. Miles, therefore, I don't think Cody is the best matchup for him because I think whatever the hell, you can't have those belts collide again. Like, you can't have that situation that we had last time when Roman had all the fucking belts in the world and shit. So I feel like
Hmm.
right now is probably a good time for Roman, like I was talking about earlier, to establish that dominance. And like Caleb said, there's a lot of those guys that could have those chances in those matches, but like it could be a good time to put them in those matches with Roman, but just have Roman win. And it could be someone else's time, maybe in like 6 months or something. It's you still have to have him hold that title for a little bit to give it to keep the credibility of it and
Legitimacy,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
so
WWE. I think.
I think he'll have a couple good title defenses, a couple against
Yeah.
these young guys, but we have to see what Cody does with this story. I think Cody still is down the line, probably the collision course that might happen again, but I feel
Mhm.
like it won't have. Like, I think you can't do it too soon, or it won't have that same spark as
That's
the first time.
exactly what I'm saying. It when they come out to clash again, you need to make sure that new stars and new characters are created from it.
You need to make it mean
Just
something
like
else.
yeah, just like when it has in the past when you've had these, magnetisms of major superstars colliding. You need like other storylines tied in there, and I just think it's going to take a while because I don't necessarily, obviously, I'm not the biggest wrestling fan, but I don't see there being a clear path where they can do that and it not, I don't know,
Yeah, I think
have the
they're.
same
I think.
gulf like you had, like you said.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Sorry, what were you
think
saying?
the creativity. I think they're doing. I mean, I think they're fine. I don't. I think it's just who, like you said, just put someone, make new characters, who to put where. But I think physical wise and all the guys they have in NXT and the whole roster's like completely different, like way more stacked than what they used to have. So they have a lot of options they can go to. I
Well,
just don't think this WrestleMania wasn't
well,
that good.
Oh my God, I just thought of something. I'm sorry.
please tell me you're gonna say what I'm thinking.
No, I get what I might be, but thinking you might not be thinking this, but like thinking about Roman, like and who he might fight next, it might be Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
Like
I could see
exactly.
that.
Seth Rollins. I mean, like, that,
That's
to me,
his
that
World
might be the
Heavyweight
perfect thing.
Championship, by the way.
They haven't really had that like confrontation, like head on, and like we've seen like bits and pieces of it, but like it would be
That would
cool
be
to
a good
see like
story.
that confrontation and that story be more fleshed out of like Roman take because we had that release of Roman taking his revenge and hitting him in the back of a chair when he lost WrestleMania to Cody, and he basically said, "This is more important to me." So you can build on that, and you can do something with Seth Rollins, and I think with Seth Rollins coming back, that might be the perfect route for them to go. I just thought of that.
And by the way, Seth Rollins is with Logan Paul and Austin Theory, and
Hmm.
he's with Braun
And Paul
Breaker. So
Heyman,
they got a big alliance. So there's a lot of
Paul
ways that they
Heyman,
could go with
and
that.
Roman wants to get back at Paul Heyman now too.
I'll give
Yeah.
you an outside the box pick.
All right, here we go. I want to hear what you were thinking now.
Instead of Reigns Rhodes against each other, they team up
They
and
already
we
did
have
that.
the well, hold on. And we have the tag team. We send the bag and we bring in a tag team of Chris Jericho and MJF to come in against those two.
I was not thinking that shit at
The fact that Chris
all,
Jericho is
dude.
like still wrestling is just insane. Like there was rumors a lot way back when the Royal, well, not way back, but Royal Rumble this year that he was going to come back. There was a lot of rumors about that, and he didn't come back. And the other guy you said He'll probably
MJF.
get. Yeah, he'll probably. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what his contract is, but he might join the WWE. He might join them, but it's just the roster's just too loaded right now
I
for
don't
them to
know. I
even
don't
think
think
about
that's
that.
true. I think he's the only person that could slide right into the storyline, and it would just
Oh, his
make
promo game is
sense.
his promo game is way better than Cody Rhodes. That's why I don't like Cody Rhodes as a champion because he's just not. He's not.
He can't
I mean,
speak.
he's not
He
fun
can't
to
speak.
watch. He has no promo skills
Well,
at
I
all.
almost
Do you
feel
disagree,
that
Logan?
same way. I
I
feel
think
that same way
I think
about
Cody's promo skills are fine. I don't know what you're
I
talking
think
about.
he's
Cody,
I
boring.
feel the same way
well,
about Roman
well,
Reigns. I feel
okay,
Reigns'
well,
promos aren't great either.
okay, well, both you guys, I'll say that Roman is just starting to get like okay on the microphone. Like it's taken him a while to even get to the fucking acknowledge me thing. So I mean, let's look
That's
at
his whole thing though. Yeah.
so but with Cody, it's like I will agree his promos are boring, but I I feel like he does a lot of the storytelling for WWE with those big matches. I mean, yeah, they're boring, but like you kind of need it at a certain point for him to like
Yeah,
take control of the story.
his
But I do think that like I'm not gonna lie, I lost my train of thought. So somebody else talk.
what you're saying, I think it's similar. I think Cody Rhodes' like personality and his pushing of the story comes through his actions and like you say, his boring moves. He's the one who's willing to sacrifice those matches to just push the story on. He's not the guy who is going to go on the mic. Um, yeah, I don't know what they do with him going forward.
Yeah, I think WWE. I mean, moving on to the next segment. I think just WrestleMania. I didn't like. I mean, I didn't really like the stage either. I feel like they're
Yeah,
just
I
going down.
wasn't a
I think they're
fan.
just going down in production when it comes to stages. When you look at all the other WrestleManias, you just look at the stage and you're like, wow,
Well,
that's a sick
see that,
WrestleMania.
and that's the thing too. It's like I feel like it's fine to do for house show or for like the Raws and Smackdowns and everything because it's like yeah, you don't need that big production, and that's kind of like what's been costing them a lot because they did that a lot in like the 2010s and early 2020s. But for WrestleMania, yeah, I agree. You have to step it up. Like you look at these old SummerSlam venues and these old WrestleMania venues, and they are 1,000 times better and more memorable than any of these recent ones that we've had.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know
it could have been
what?
better for sure.
Actually, I don't know if you remember the great promo they did with Cena, The Miz, and the midgets. It
Hmm.
started with Cena saying the attendance totals. He said like it was
Yeah,
like maybe I
Hmm.
think 110,000 over two
Combined.
days. The single
Yeah.
day total's 100,000. That's the single day record. Last year it was 120. The year before that was 140. Now we're barely at 100.
But you never
I
know
mean,
if
it's
the. I mean,
Vegas. It's
those numbers might
Vegas, it's
not
a
be right.
smaller
Yeah.
arena, but still,
Uh-huh. Well,
it's
I
a
half of
feel
the
like
little
stage
thing.
takes out half of the stadium. The
True.
stage takes out literally at least I don't want to guess, but like at
well,
least two. I don't know how many, but it
well,
takes
I
out
also
There are
majority
want
of it.
sections you're losing there, yes.
I
Yeah.
want to say two things. WWE inflates their numbers, and
Hmm.
also like we talked about earlier, I feel like this is kind of a side effect of them taking WWE off Peacock. I when like, and it's not obviously because oh these people that are like they can't watch it here, so they're not going to watch it. But I just think it's WWE is moving in a direction where they're making things more expensive. Seats are more expensive. Watching the fucking thing at home is more expensive now. The merch is getting more expensive. Like everything, obviously everything in life right now is getting more expensive. But even, to see even WWE getting more expensive, it's just like I feel like they kind of killed the momentum that they were building off of the Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns saga from Peacock, and it just feels like it was a wrong move to make, and it's just kind of killing their momentum that they built.
Yeah. Going away from WrestleMania, moving into. I didn't really get to watch the NBA playoffs this weekend, but I know Logan, your favorite, going into the play-in.
That was
What?
a
What did
great
I
game.
do?
That was a great game. I
Going in,
mean, I
going
watched
into it
it.
because you're a Miami Heat fan with the Hornets. I don't know if you had some discussions on the playing tournament with LaMelo tripping Bam Adebayo for him to get injured or
Oh,
whatnot.
fucking don't
That
get me
game, yeah,
started. Blah,
yeah,
blah, blah. It was an accident. Oh, it was an accident. I'm just going to stare right at his leg and go, you were staring at his leg. What do you mean it was a fucking accident? And there's
yeah,
no way this motion where you literally have your hand cupped is a fucking accident. You're literally going to grab his goddamn leg. But besides that, the game was crazy. The game was great. Miles knows we had some technical difficulties in that
There
overtime,
was some
and
technical
I
difficulties in
literally
that game.
texted Miles, by the time I have this game back on, Miami will be in the lead. And when I got the game back on, my Tyler Hero was taking free throws. And when they had the ball with however much time they had left, I literally told Miles, "We're gonna lose this game." LaMelo Ball goes up, gets the layup, and then whenever I saw them charging down the court, I saw Davion Mitchell going up for it, and I was just like, as soon as I saw him go up for it, I was like, it's not, it doesn't look good. Miles Bridges comes in with the block, seals the game. You know, it's a fitting way for us to lose our first play-in elimination game. We were 4-0, now we're 4-1. So
Yep.
it's a little sad to see our season end like that. But to be honest, I mean, it's what I
What did you
expected.
expect?
Yeah, Mitchell had a
Right.
good game.
With the Terry Rozier stuff and the shit show that the couple of years have been for the Heat, I feel like this is the best you could ask for.
And if I'm being honest, I feel like might be time.
It's
It
time
might be
for a
time for a little
rebuild.
bit of a reset.
It's time
You
for a
know,
reset.
I don't know what we do with Bam. Maybe trade
No,
him
you
away.
keep him. You trade Harrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, trade Hero. To be honest with you, I'm sorry. I always forget he's on our team because that's how much of a non-factor he feels like. To me, I always fucking forget that he is on the goddamn Heat because he puts up fucking 18 points a goddamn game since he was a goddamn rookie. So he doesn't have any fucking dude. And it's like you lose Jimmy Butler. Okay, Tyler Hero, can you please step up? No.
He
I'm
did
just
win
gonna
the
keep
game for
scoring.
you single-handedly, the Charlotte game. He got the steal and he got the
Yeah,
foul.
because Bam was fucking hurt. He was the first option. That's
Are
why he was
you
the first goddamn option. That's
are
the
you a
only
Cavaliers
reason.
fan or a Heat fan?
Well, guess what, buddy? Since the Heat are out, I'm a Cavaliers fan now.
Okay, I was just making
Go
sure.
Cat.
But going away from the plane, well, you want to add more, Miles?
Well, I was gonna say the other only thing that was good in the play was the Warriors. Now it looks like their era is done. Kerr might be
Yep.
out.
They did a
Draymond's
whole, yeah.
definitely done.
Will Steph Curry retire?
No, I just think
No,
Draymond's probably going to get released or traded.
Dreamon's released, or he's gonna be an assistant coach. He'll
Yeah.
be still there.
Yeah, because Curry, I think after the game or whatnot, he huddled against, not
He
he
did.
went
I
and talked
watched
to
him.
them and
He
whatnot.
dragged them both in, and they were
So when do you guys think Curry
laughing,
is
sharing
done?
smiles.
No, Curry's going to be there for what? For I don't know. I think maybe when LeBron retires, maybe. But
I
Curry is
honestly,
how younger?
I don't
I
think
don't
Curry's
honestly
there
don't
for
think
much longer.
I don't think Curry's there for much longer
I
either.
think
He's a
he's
think
there
they
for
he's a
trade him.
family man,
If
and
you
those
guys don't think
ankles
he
have
retires
not been
this year, I
good.
think one more year,
Yeah,
maybe
those
two.
ankles have not stood up, and he
It,
has a
Yeah, his
family.
injuries.
and what else does he have to fucking prove? He's, in my opinion, the best point guard in NBA history. He has
Yeah,
not, dude.
he
He's better
is.
than Magic Johnson. Don't even give me those fucking
He
eyes,
is.
Caleb.
Okay,
He
yeah,
is
I
so
didn't really
good.
watch him, but yeah,
He
I guess
is
that's
so. He won back-to-back MVPs. I'm pretty sure
right.
both of them were unanimous, or they were supposed to be
They were both
unanimous.
unanimous.
Dude, I mean, he changed the game of basketball. He is the
It's
fucking
just
greatest player.
yeah.
He is the greatest point guard of all time.
It's
Period.
easy for us to say that, but then when you talk to someone that's in the whole different era of Magic Johnson and all that, then it's
I don't care.
we don't
Period.
know.
He changed the
Yeah.
game more
No,
than any
yeah.
point guard ever had.
Yeah,
All right.
I didn't. I mean, if they did, I mean, yeah, I guess the smart move would be trade him if he's gonna retire, unless he. I mean, well, because he
They're
wants to
not gonna
retire as a
trade
warrior.
him.
They've
They're not
never
gonna
Well,
traded.
trade
He's
him.
gonna
okay,
retire a
but
Warrior.
retire as a warrior. You guys think?
He'll 100% retire. He is their dynasty. He is the whole reason they were
Yeah,
ever successful. He
KD
Yeah.
should have stayed on the
without
Warriors.
Steph, there's nothing. If they only had Clay and Draymond, they get nothing.
I don't even think KD. I think KD might get eliminated. LeBron's playing really well.
Yeah, going on.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, going away from the play-in, the playoffs did start this weekend or this week. Lakers. I know you're Miles. You're a Lakers fan, right? Are you?
I'm not. I My basketball fandom's weird. I don't really have specific teams since Pittsburgh's such a weird area, but
Yeah.
I like to keep an eye on the Lakers, the Pistons, the Cavs. But yeah,
I feel
I've
like we
kept
all
an eye
look
on
at
the
the
Lakers. I think they have a good chance to knock out Houston. I don't think their defense is good enough.
Yeah, Luke Kennard though went off in the first
He
game with
did.
27
Kennard
points,
has a nice
and
scoring
LeBron had a
bucket.
solid game. Yeah, he did good on the three. Went 5 for 5. Yeah. So KD,
Yeah.
I mean, do you think they win that series if KD comes back, or for any Lakers fans
Nah, I
watching?
don't. I don't think he has enough to make the difference. I think their problems are on the defensive side of the ball. I don't think Sengun Aiton isn't a great scoring player, but I don't think Sengun can protect the rim for a 41-year-old LeBron. Um, I think it's very, very uh, going to be reliant on those guys like Kennard and Connect and Vanderbilt and Hachimura. Um, but I think Lakers got it. It is LeBron
Yeah,
James.
Aiden did out rebound Sagoon, so yeah, they got the board advantage. I didn't
I
really
will
watch it. I mean,
say,
I think we. Yep.
oh, also, are also, we'll continue with what you're saying because I was going to go in a different
No,
direction.
I was gonna just say
Oh,
it didn't really matter.
well,
You can go.
I was saying our Spurs pick. I know all of us were very high on the Spurs. They were only beating the Trailblazers by 3.5. They're up more than 10 now, but it's a
Yeah, I
little
see
bit
that.
worrying. The Blazers aren't a great team, and I would
I hope
expect
they. Yeah.
the Spurs to do better than that.
Dude, who's this guy? I don't even know how to pronounce his name.
Denny Avita.
Who? Yeah, he's going
He was
off
in
right now.
the
Is
he
that
was
how
in
you
the
fucking
24
say it?
points.
he was in the Bub Carrington trade. Yeah, it's Denny Avita. He was in the Bub Carrington
Dude, I
Yeah, he
thought
trade.
has
his name
24
was
points right
Avicii.
now. Yeah, so I mean, I still think I think I don't know what did I say? I think episode two. I
I'm
think I said
confident.
Thunder still runs through the West. I still think they still run through the West. I know you guys had the Spurs, and
I
then
might be
Cleveland did get the
joining you
win.
with
I
the
know.
Thunder.
I think for the West, yeah. I think still East though. I still think Cleveland wins. I mean, I guess I'm a like a Cleveland slash Kyrie Irving fan, but I could be a bandwagon if
Okay,
you
well,
want to
hold
call
on.
me a bandwagon,
What's he
whatnot. But
doing? When is he
Okay,
I
playing in
think
the
Cleveland.
playoffs? When's he playing?
Who?
Kyrie,
Kyrie
when's Kyrie
Irving?
playing? Making his playoff debut this
They
year.
didn't even. No,
well,
bro. They didn't
Oh
make the
wait,
playoffs this year, bro.
yeah,
Cooper Flag, bro.
Miles, I think you're jumping on the OKC train a little too early. I mean,
Dude, there's.
they're playing the fucking Suns, guys. They're the fucking one seed. Of course, they're playing the worst fucking team in the playoffs.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
I'm still confident that the Spurs will win. I'm confident in my pick that it's going to be Celtics Spurs. I'm still
We'll see. We'll
confident.
see next week. I think next week that's probably. Are they the game one? They're the seven series, right? They're all seven series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think probably next episode we should close unless they get to game seven. Though we should know some of the matchups. So you guys still think the Spurs, or you
I still
guys
think
hopping on the
Spurs.
OKC train with me?
Nope.
I'm
Okay.
hopping
Never
on the
will.
OKC
Never
train.
will.
Good
I
Never
think
man.
if
will. Fuck
Spurs make
OKC
it
till I
through,
die.
Spurs make it through, I see it hard for them to beat Denver.
Going to the East though, I forget who you guys have, but I did have Cleveland. Well, no, I had Boston actually, like realistically, but I wanted Cleveland to win. You guys have any switch ups, or you guys still think?
I mean, Cleveland would be great. I would love to see that,
Uh,
but I just still think it's gonna be the Celtics after they
Yeah, they're
destroy.
playing the Raptors, so I mean they should win that series. And then Celtics are obviously playing what they're playing the worst team. They're playing what the 76ers. Yeah,
I'm gonna go with my original wild card pick was the Raptors. They are
it
not
was.
going to go far. I give up on that. Um, Out of the East, I'm gonna say the Celtics. I think it's pretty
So let's
easy for
just do
them.
this. Who would have Raptors or Cleveland game one or game series? Whoever
Cleveland,
wins, Cleveland, Logan, and then Nuggets or Timberwolves,
Timberwolves.
Nuggets. Ugh.
and then Knicks or Hawks,
Next.
Mm,
and
Knicks.
then okay,
Yeah.
and then Lakers Rockets. I got Lakers.
Lakers. Yeah, I got Lakers.
Lakers.
Okay, and then Celtics got Celtics or 76ers.
Celtics.
Yeah.
And then Thunder or Suns. Low key, I got the Thunder.
No, it's over.
Thunder.
And then Magic or Pistons. That's
Pistons.
Magic did win, but I
No,
did have the Pistons.
Pistons.
it, Paolo Banchero is having a little bit of a heater because they were making fun of him, but that jumper's still lame. Give me Pistons and six.
They were making fun of him.
Yeah,
Give me
Magic did
Pistons
win
and
game
six.
one. Yeah, still got Pistons. And then obviously Spurs or Trailblazers got Spurs.
Spurs.
Mhm.
So yeah, we'll see who wins think next episode we should see majority of them move into the next game in the next series. But that's gonna wrap it. Unless Logan, do you have any F1 news that's recent? I know we always do F1 catch up.
I mean, the only thing I really got is that the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix might be in December. It's not completely confirmed yet, but inside source, Kyle Milan, he's an Australian reporter for F1. He talked about bookings in Saudi Arabia from whenever this Grand Prix should take place if they schedule it there, and talking about how it wasn't booked up a week ago and now it's booked up now and the prices are all up, and teams have scheduled to be there. So we might see an announcement out of F1 in the coming week or two where they might be heading out to Saudi Arabia. I still don't feel very strongly about it if we're still not going to pull out of this war. So,
Yeah.
in all honesty, the races happening in the Middle East depend on how Trump feels about this Iranian war. That's all. That's all. That's really all it depends on.
I actually wanted to ask you from a racing standpoint. Obviously, it's kind of a difficult question, but what does something like, gas shortages have with something on racing? Because obviously it's like everybody's having expensive gas now. What are we doing that like, I mean, something like, I don't know, circus recreation, like is it still a priority? I mean, is the sport going to be affected?
Um, I want to say no because they're trying to move to sustainable fuel. We've seen in the preseason they kind of switched back to the regular fuel, racing fuel that we have seen them use because they really didn't do it right at first. But we're seeing them try to move to sustainable fueling, and I believe that is because they're trying to get the V8s back and V10s and get the louder engines back because us as race fans and
That's what
everybody
everybody
abroad
likes.
will agree that when you hear those V8s, V10s, it just makes it feel so much better. And we haven't had that since the turbo hybrid era began in like 2016 or whatever the fuck it was. And it so I don't really think they'll be affected by that,
Hmm.
but it is a great question, and I don't think
They'll
that
have
would have
enough. They
any
have the
bearing on
reserves.
that.
It'll just be interesting to see if they intend to stay with the natural fuel or if they go with
Mhm.
sustainable fuel with all this
Well,
going on. Because that could definitely, I think, impact performance as well.
Well, that's the thing too, is like I feel like they're getting to a point where it's kind of like, are we leaning way too hard into the like battery and electric side of this engine? Because at this point, it's probably like 60% of it comes from the electric power and the battery power. So it's like, are we gonna become Formula E at some point where it's
Yeah.
Formula One, but it's still electric? And I don't want to see that. I want to see the V8s and V10s come back. So that's why I think that they have to get something figured out with the sustainable fueling thing. And I think they will. I think I can't remember. I think they had a pledge to be carbon neutral in 2030 at least,
Hmm.
and we're coming up on that. So I feel like they are. It is closer than it feels a lot closer right now than like I mean it was 2022 when they announced that shit. So I mean, uh, I feel like the sustainable fueling is just it is the right direction to move. And if you want to bring back these engines, you want to bring back the spirit of the sport that has sort of eluded us in these past regulations and these past cars.
Yeah.
Next, aren't they racing in the United States in Miami? The next race, right?
Let
Or
me
no?
check
Are
that
they?
really quickly. I'm so sorry.
I think they're
Um,
going to Miami. That's what I thought.
Yes,
I saw some posts.
next race is in Miami. That is a track historically dominated by Red Bull and Max Verstappen. I don't think that'll
Do
continue.
they just do that in Miami, like just straight city? Like where do they even set that?
It's next to Hard Rock Stadium. It's basically like
Oh
built
yeah,
in.
you're right. They do it
It,
around.
it's
I
basically
remember.
built into like that street and that
Yeah,
parking
I
lot.
remember
So
you mentioning that.
it's a pretty decent track, but it's not the best. Oh, and I haven't really mentioned this, but this year we are going to see a new track in the Madrid street circuits. So Spain is getting two races this year,
Oh wow,
and
yeah.
this is weird because America has three races, as we all know, but the only other country that has had multiple races has been Italy. and they
Hmm.
lost their other race, and now it's going to Spain pretty much.
This
So
year?
this year, yes. And hello, Miles, are you back?
Yeah, what's up?
I was just telling Caleb how the we're gonna see a new track this year in the Madrid street circuit.
Hmm.
So Spain's gonna get two races this year.
Yeah, that's
That's
awesome for Spain. I bet
I,
they
I
bring a
mean,
lot of money with these races, right?
oh, they
Like
bring a
going to
lot of money,
these.
but they bring a lot of headache. It's like
Yeah.
you think we get a headache from the draft. Oh, imagine the fucking F1 because that's a global sport. That's
Uh,
F1's not on the level of soccer, but I would say that it
it
kind of
is.
is
chaos
It
wise.
is. It is.
because
It is.
because
It
it,
100% is.
it is an international sport. You have drivers from different nationalities, and you have teams from different nationalities. Where whenever you go to these places, you feel a sense of national pride in these teams and stuff like that. So I feel like the internationality of it is a big factor in it.
Yeah. Um, no, because when they set up for like the Las Vegas stuff and all that, it's like crazy down there. When I see videos and stuff, like it's insane. There's
Most
so many people
expensive race on
everywhere.
the calendar.
Yeah. So moving away from F1, I know we always talk like a little bit. We talked last year or last episode on the Masters, and Matt Fitzpatrick did win the RBC Heritage to get update for the golfers.
Where did
Scotty
Victor
Scheffler,
Hovland?
they lost. Victor, he didn't. He dropped. He did terrible.
What? I thought he was in third.
He dropped all the way back to -6.
Shit.
Went all the way down to tied for 42. And Matt Fitzpatrick and Scotty Scheffler lost in overtime against Fitzpatrick. Brought in 3.6 million. Scotty, 2 million. He don't really need the money, but he
He
picked
made
up
three
400
million this
points.
year already.
Yeah, he picked up 400 FedEx points. I think he's still winning when it comes to FedEx points, but that's our update for golf. That's pretty much it for episode 3. I'm not sure if you guys have anything else to say. I'm sure we're all good. But that's it
Mm-mm.
for your Pittsburgh update with all sports, Pirates, Steelers, Penguins, and then our bonus content as always. That's going to catch it in episode 3. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to all of our socials to stay updated when we post an episode and a post on Instagram. I'm Caleb. He's Miles. He's Logan. We're out. See you next episode.
See ya.
Thanks for watching.